Okay, you may have some doubts in limits. I'll clarify at the end. First, let me continue the questions. All of you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a minute. Which one is land? It is land, but I have to do with it. Trend wise, okay. You're not going back. Okay, let us fix it. Okay, we'll see it later. It will take a lot of time, and we'll just go ahead. Yes. Okay, we have to discuss from 21 onwards multiples of 3. Okay. Okay, limit extends to 0. I'm not writing the question, you know it. 1 minus cos 2x, let me write it. 1 minus cos 2x whole square by 2x tan x minus x tan 2x. This I can write 2 sine square x whole square. And this is 2x tan x. Here tan 2x, I can use the formula 2 tan x by 1 minus tan square x. So now I'm going to take 2x tan x common and 1 minus tan square x also common. I'll be getting 1 minus tan square x minus 1 by 1 minus tan square x. Okay. Now 1 and minus 1 I can cancel. So this is not there. I took common. Okay. 1 minus tan square x, nothing to worry. It will become 1 anyway. So limit extends to 0. This is 4 sine power 4x. This will be minus 2x tan cube x. And this will go up as 1 minus tan square x. Four sine power 4x, I can write by x power 4 into x power 4 minus 2 into tan cube x. I'll write by x cube into x cube. This x power 4, this x will cancel. Sine power 4x by x power 4 limit is 1. Tan cube x by x cube limit is 1. What are the required formula? Multiply and divide. That's it. 4 into 1 minus 2 into 1, it is minus 2. You can use Elosville rule 2-3 times. Okay.
Right.
Anything problem? 1 minus tan square is 1 minus 0, 1. I did not write it. This part will become 1. Okay. Okay, 24. I cannot see that. You can use L'Hospital rule or you can use one of the formulas. If you use L'Hospital rule, it is easier because log x, first of all, it is 0 by 0 form. Numerator will become log 1, 0, denominator is 0, 0 by 0 form. If I find derivative of numerator, actually what I have is log sine 7x plus cos 7x by sine 3x. And if derivative of this is 1 by sine 7x plus cos 7x, and the inner part derivative is 7 cos 7x minus 7 sine 7x. The derivative of sine 3x is 3 cos 3x. Directly put x equal to 0. Don't worry anything. This will become 1 by 0 plus 1. That will become 7 minus 0. That will become 3 into 1, which is 7 by 3 straight. So L'Hospital rule is also good, coming just very easily. I'll discuss another method. Because when we teach limits first time in first year, we don't know L'Hospital rule because people don't know about differentiation. Okay, all the question limits without L'Hospital rule can be done. Okay, in fact, you should develop that skill that without L'Hospital rule, you should be able to do it. Just in the exam, due to matter of time, some questions may save us time. We are going for L'Hospital rule, but they can be done. We have a formula log 1 plus x by x, limit is 1, right? We are going to use that because when I directly substitute 0, this is becoming 1. It is exactly that formula. What to do then? We'll add 1, subtract 1. Because to use that formula, I should have 1 plus x. I don't have. So 1 plus sine 7x plus cos 7x minus 1 by sine 3x. Now, whatever is here, which is becoming 0, I should divide and multiply with that. So I'm going to remove this and write sine 7x plus cos 7x minus 1 and multiply with that. Sine 7x plus cos 7x minus 1 by sine 3x. Log 1 plus x by x, that limit will be 1. Okay, where this is tending to 0. Log 1 plus x by x, x is tending to 0, limit is 1. Coming to this, sine 7x, I'll write by x. I'll take minus common and write 1 minus cos 7x by x and down sine 3x by x. I'm dividing x here, x here, x here, that's all. This limit is 7. This limit is 3. Here, if x square would have been there, the limit would have been 1 by 2 into 7 square because of 7x. But I don't have, so what to do? I'm dividing the x only, but I'll write 1 more x square and x. This will have some answer, but into 0, it will be 0. So it will be 7. If somebody want to know what the answer for this is, half of 7 whole square will come. Because 1 minus cos theta by theta square is 1 by 2. For that, I have to divide with 7 square and multiply with 7 square. And but into 0 is there, so it will be gone by 3. 7 minus 0 by 3 is 7 by 3. Okay, so whenever is there, and if you don't want to use L'Hospital rule, add 1 and subtract 1. Try to use log 1 plus x by x, that formula. but LHS tool will also give you easily. Okay. The only difference in division when we have less time and more time is on each formula, if you have more time, we'll be able to do more questions. Instead of telling one question on this, I might have told 3-4 questions based on this model. And now we are able to do only few questions. You have to do on your. Another difference is we are not doing advanced division now. We are only doing mains division. Normally, we'll do both advanced and mains division together. Do you know earlier JEE advanced exam used to be first and JEE mains used to be later? Do you know that? Before this JEE mains started, when it was AEEE and all, and JEE mains was not a qualifying exam for IIT JEE, for JEE advanced. No. Okay. So after your board exams, usually within 3 weeks, first there used to be IIT JEE exam. Okay, for getting into IITs. After another 1 month or so 2-3 weeks, there used to be AEEE. Okay. At that time, we used to do advanced revision first and mains revision later. Okay, where are we now? This is 24. Okay, 27. Limit extends to infinity. 1 plus a by x plus b by x square whole power 2x is equal to. Okay, when x is becoming infinity, this is becoming 0, this is becoming 0. It is 1 power infinity form. Anything in the 1 power infinity form formula is e power. It is f of x power g of x, and f of x is tending to 1 and g of x is tending to infinity. E power f of x minus 1 into g of x. E power limit extends to infinity f of x minus 1. 1 plus a by x plus b by x square minus 1 into g of x, which is 2x, equal to e square. Okay, now we can cancel 1 and take 2 inside. Power, you can even remove e. Limit extends to e, 2a plus 2. When you put infinity, it is 2a plus 0 equal to a equal to 1. Okay, now one may ask what is b? Will it take b equal to 1 or 5 or 100 or 1000? It will be 0 only now. So b can be any real number. So for that limit answer to getting e square, a has to be 1, b can be. Anybody not able to understand some step or something, please feel free to ask. Because online I do only use this piece of the board. Okay. Otherwise, in a class where I'm not using only offline, I'm teaching. I can use the full board. I'll write one solution here, one solution here, one solution here. Explain that, and I don't want to erase it. People have time to copy it and all. Okay. Extends to 0, square root of 1 minus cos 2x to x. This is actually by x. We can cancel this 2 and this 2. Don't write root sine square x as sin x. You have to write it as mod sin x. Is all, and it only can be written as mod x, not x. When x is negative, it will be minus x. When x is positive, it is plus x. Okay. Now, but denominator x is there. That is outside only, nothing. Now, when you take limit extends to 0 plus, it will become two things now. Limit extends to 0 plus, it will be sin x by x, which will be 1. Limit extends to 0 minus sin x by x equal to minus 1. Okay. Left limit and right limit are different, so limit doesn't exist. Left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit, so limit doesn't exist. Is it okay, everyone? Yes. Oh, root 25. What is the answer? Is it plus or minus 5 or only 5? No, it is only 5. What are you studying all these 2 years? Right in the beginning of first year, we said if we take x square equal to 25, x equal to plus or minus 5. No doubt about it. Okay. It is not that y it is only plus 5 and not minus 5. We defined like that. Root k is equal to x if and only if x square is k and x is greater than 0. We defined like that. Okay. So root of something we take positive, we don't take negative. Okay. That just we decided together like that. One may ask, why not let us fix negative? Yeah, we can fix it. For that, we have to be a little born before these mathematicians and fix. Some mathematicians are born before us and they fix some things. Okay. Somebody can call why sin x is called sin x, opposite side by hypotenuse. You can call temp up to x. Right? It's just a name, na? Okay. It's not exactly related, but you ask practically anyone, if I ask in space, why two masses are attracting each other? In space, two masses, if you keep, they'll attract each other. Why? Because of gravitation. Sorry, it is not because of gravitation. The attraction between the two masses is gravitation. By giving a name to it, it looks like you explained. It is not that gravitation is something else which is causing that attraction. Why there is attraction, nobody knows. Okay. There is an attraction and it is called gravitation. But it looks like by giving a name, you explained it. Understood now? You are not explained, no scientist till now explained why two masses are attracting each other. Am I correct or wrong? Okay. So anyway, just I'm making a point. It is not about that. Okay. Like if somebody asks why prices are increasing of commodities, in the market prices are increasing. Na? 10 years back, potatoes is one cost and now it is. Okay. In my childhood, I remember purchasing tomatoes per kg for 50 paisa. I personally remember. Okay. Now you cannot even think of that. Okay. If you ask anybody why prices are increasing, they'll tell because of inflation. But heard the word inflation? But sorry, it is not because inflation. The increase of prices is called inflation. It is not that, okay, some phenomenon given name. Anyway, that is different. But coming to this, we all decided together, or at least our predecessors decided together, that root of something we take it as positive. Okay. So now, x square equal to 25 means we have to write both answers. But if somebody asks you root 25, it is only plus 5 and it is not minus 5. If somebody asks you root over 7 square, what is the answer? 7, nothing wrong. But if they ask you root over minus 3 whole square, answer is not minus 3. You should write it as root 9 and root 9 is plus 3 only. Okay. So here root x square came x only. But if you take minus 3 as x, your answer did not come x. Root x square came. If this is a minus 3 is x, what is plus 3 will be? Minus x. So root x square can be x, can be minus x. This is an x is positive, this is an x is negative. Instead of all that, we tell this. Is it clear? In fact, just one thing I wanted to ask. In quadratic equation, everybody knows minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a, right? If this sets will cover both plus and minus answers, why are you writing then? Okay, let us say I get answer minus 3 plus or minus root 25 by 2, something like that. If root 25 only covers plus 5 minus 5 both, why are you writing both plus or minus? You write plus sufficient, no? Okay. So that is because we decided root of something is positive only, so we are taking like that. In fact, in trigonometry, in past year mains questions, I was discussing in another class, there are quite a few questions based on this simple thing. For example, they ask root 1 minus sine square 100 degrees. What is the answer? Square root of 1 minus sine square 100 degrees. That's all. Is it cos 100 degrees? Root is there, man. Final answer I am asking. It is not cos 100, it is minus cos 100 degrees. Okay? Because cos 100 degrees is negative. Second quadrant, right? So you have to write mod cos 100 degrees. It is square root of cos square 100 degrees, mod cos 100. And whenever x is negative, mod x is minus x. So minus cos 100 degrees is the answer. Okay? Not one. I have seen at least in past year mains only 6-7 questions where something of this, not exactly same, something of this. Okay? You have to use it. Anyway, so somebody asked this, I have to clarify. Okay, all right. In fact, right in the beginning, I can say here, left limit and right limit will be different. Why? Right limit is positive, left. Right in the beginning of the question, I can say that. Numerator is positive, denominator is right side positive, left side negative. Anyway, we are spending too much time. Okay, 33. Whenever you take an odd function, f of 0 must be 0. F of 0. Okay, or it may not be defined. The given function, no restriction. Why? You know from the graph, if a function graph is like this, but the even function left side also it will be like this, right? If a right limit is, let us say at 0, when you're approaching 0, you are reaching k. When you're approaching 0 from like this, or reach k. Odd function, how will you draw graph of an odd function? So you know this graph, if it is odd, you would find mirror that is going to come like this. Okay, whatever. Down. Okay. When the right limit is k, so the left limit will be minus k. They are actually different, but they can equal. When k and a minus k will be equal, only when k is 0. Okay. Not only f of 0 is 0, limit extends to 0, f of x should be 0. Okay. So if you take an odd function, there is a good chance that at 0 right limit are different. Limit will not exist. If at all it has to exist, at value should be 0, or you can say limit 0. Okay. F of 0 may not be even defined also. For example, tan x, not tan x, cot x is an even function or odd function? Cot x. Cot is minus cot x. Odd cot 0 is not defined. But if it is defined, it has to be 0 for simple reason. What is the definition of odd function? F of minus x equal to minus. Put x equal to 0, we'll get f of minus 0 equal to minus f of 0. Sorry. Yeah, f of minus 0 is same as f of 0. And this is minus f of 0 this side. 2 f of 0 is 0. F of 0 is 0. Okay. If you want odd function to be defined at 0, it has to be 0 only, nothing else. We proved that, right? Or it may not be defined at 0, that's okay. So you can say at 0, the limit will be 0. Another way of telling the same thing, from the graph what I explained, I'm writing algebraically. Let limit extends to 0 plus f of x is equal to k. Approaching 0 from the positive side, the limit of f of x is k, let us say. I am going to prove at the left limit at 0 will be minus k. Okay. Let us see what is limit extends to 0 minus f of x, what it will be. Okay. Let x equal to minus t. Now I can write t equal to minus x. When x is tending to 0 minus, minus x will be tending to 0 positive side. If x is approaching 0 from the negative side, minus x will approach 0 from positive side, that is t tends to 0 plus. I can change this now as limit t tends to 0 plus f of minus t. Wherever x is there, I wrote minus t. But f of minus t is odd function, so limit t tends to 0 plus, it will be minus f of. Okay. And this is k, and this will be what? Minus k. This is a minus limit t tends to 0 plus f of t, which is minus k. So if right limit is k, left limit should be minus k. But if you want limit to exist, left hand limit should be equal to hand limit. K should be minus k. This implies 2k is 0. So k should be 0. Okay. So if k is not 0, left hand limit, right hand limit is different. Limit will not exist. So for limit to exist, the limit value has to be 0. Once it is 0, the other limit that they asked is 1 by 2 f of x minus 1 will be 1 by minus 1 will be minus in a. Is it okay, 33? What I wrote here mainly is if right limit is k, left limit is minus k, which I already explained from the graph to you. If a right limit is this, k, left limit has to be minus k. It's okay, leave it. 36, there's a key change. The answer should be B. Okay, 36. F of x is equal to x into integer part of 1 by x. Okay, before going further, let us try to understand the function first of all. If I take x greater than 1, 1 by x will be between 0 and 1. And then it will be 0. F of x will be x into 0. It will be 0. If I take x between 1 by 2 and 1, 1 by 2 less than x less than or equal to 1. Before 1, but up to 1 by 2. Then 1 by x will be between 1 and 2. If something is between 1 and 2, integer part of that is 1. So I'll get f of x is equal to x into 1, x. If I take 1 by 3 less than x less than equal to 1 by 2, 1 by x will be between 2 and 3. Then f of x will be x into 2, which will be 2x. Like that I can write. After 1, it is always 0. But between 0 to 1, so many cases will come. 1 to 1 by 2x, 1 by 2 to 1 by 3, 2x, 1 by 3 to 1 by 4, it will be 3x, 1 by 4 to 1 by 5, it will be 4x, so on. But this alone is good enough for me. Why? What is option A? Limit extends to 1 by 3 plus f of x. Limit extends to 1 by 3 plus f of x. When I'm approaching x from 1 by 3, just more than 1 by 3, I have to use this function. It will be limit extends to 1 by 3 plus 2x, which is equal to 2 by 3. Okay. Don't directly put 1 by 3 in the question and say this is 1 by 3, this is 3, and answer is 1 or something. Okay. You have to see just after 1 by 3, what is the function in that you have to put. Limit is not at 1 by 3 or at a, what is happening. Is it clear? Okay. At a, its value is 3 maybe at 1 by 3, but just after 1 by 3. B bit, limit extends to 1 by 2 minus. Just before 1 by 2, what is the function? Again, same, this interval, it will be 2x only. So limit extends to 1 by 2 minus 2x. 2 into 1 by 2, it is 1. Here one may say I directly substitute it, I am getting the answer. You may be, the process is not correct. The process is, you have to really understand before 1 by 2 what is the function, and in that function you have to substitute. Right? See, limit extends to 2 minus f of, whether you take 2 minus or 2 plus, 100 plus or 100 minus doesn't matter. After 1, it is always 0. Right? So it is 0 only. Directly 0. But D bit is the what we have to do it carefully here. D bit I am writing limit extends to 0 plus. When x is tending to 0, this is becoming 0, this is becoming infinity. Right? Okay. One may say I'll just remove this and cancel x. Okay. One may say 0 into infinity is, frankly, all our limits questions are 0 into infinity only. Why? If you are dealing with 0 by 0, it is as good as 0 into 1 by 0. What it is? 0 into infinity only. Sin x by x, you can get sin x into 1 by x. Okay. So 0 by 0 or 0 into infinity, we don't know what it is. It can be anything in limits. Okay. Depends on the question. Okay. So somebody may just see this, I'll cancel and write 1. It may be. Okay. But that is not the proper way to explain. Okay. But that is somewhat right in a different way. I'll explain how. I'll take x very, very small, very close to 0. Let me take x is equal to 1 by 10,000, or let us say 15,000. Let me substitute that here and here. What will happen to this? This only. What will happen to the value of integer part of 1 by x? I'll take reciprocal of this, that is 15,732.3, and take integer part of that. Okay, that is 15,732. You can see there are more little to
Your voice is
one.
breaking.
This is 1 by 1 crore point 1, but 1 by 1 crore point 1 it will go off. 1 crore point 1 integer part will be 1 crore. You will get 1 crore by 1. Okay, it is little less than 1 close. One can get that when x is very small, how this is 1. Is it proper explanation for I give less than that lot there. These are all integers. Okay, x is somewhere here. Less than x are in that the greatest integer is called integer part of x, isn't it? That is the definition of greatest integer function. If this is integer part of x, what is the next integer will be? Integer part of x plus 1. I can very well say that from the definition that integer part of x is less than or equal to this, less than integer part of x plus 1. This part is very easy because the very definition. This is greatest integer less than or equal to x. Right. Now bring this one this side, I'll get one more inequality. What is that? Integer part of x. I can write less to x and more than x1. X minus 1 is less than integer part of x. And this part I wrote here. You can also see in the graph, minus 1 will be here, 1 unit back. For this is 1 unit back. For this is 1 unit back. Integer part of x is between this and this. That is this, right? Now, okay, this inequality is useful for some questions in limits. I replace x with 1 by x. Integer part of x is less than or equal to 1 by x, less than or equal to 1 by x minus 1. Is it okay? Now I'll multiply the x everywhere. When I multiply the x, this will become 1 minus x less than or equal to x into integer part of 1 by x less than or equal to 1. Now tell me when x is tending to 0, what is the limit of this? 1 minus x. This is anyway 1. Limit is 1, limit should be 1. This is a proper proof. So, that's not the draft should accept it. There should be a proper way of
Your voice is breaking, sir.
Your voice is breaking.
10,000. I found a function which has
Sir,
option D they get 0.
sir, sir, your voice is breaking. It's not.
Roll number 27, Harshvardhan. How is it now?
Sir.
Is it good now?
Oh.
Your voice is breaking for me. I don't know about my voice. Others have to respond.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
sir. It's
Yes,
fine
sir.
now.
Okay. In between, there is some problem.
Mm.
Okay. If you are not understood any part of it, I can explain once again. Online people especially.
Sir, last part.
Okay, D bit, this one. Okay. By the very definition of integer part of x, greatest integer part of x is less than or equal to x. You can also see number line. This is less than this, and this one is more than that. I can rearrange this. What is that? This part I wrote here. Okay. And when you bring this one here, that is this part. Or you can see that how integer part of x is between x and x minus 1. Wherever x is there, I replace with 1 by x here, 1 by x here, 1 by x here. And then I multiply the x everywhere, I got this. At 0, this is reaching 1, this is reaching 1. By Sandwich theorem, this limit is also 1. So option D, the limit should be 1, but they gave 0, that's why it is false. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
The same logic that we used for option D, the whole question 41 is based on that. 41. So to split into sum of 18 terms, 18 or how many? 15 terms. Each one of them similar in it. The first one will come limit 1, second will come limit 2, last one will come limit 15. Sum of first 15 natural numbers will get answer 120. Question number 41. Okay, I'm going to answer. Does anybody need more time? 36 option C. Yeah, I already said key change, it is B. 36 answer is not C, it is B. Okay. Okay. 39 also answer should be C. Earlier I discussed this question for somebody where I think if I check the actual 2019 paper, this was not mod x, it was integer part of x. Then answer come whatever key is given. Okay. As it is given, I'll do it now. I'll check once again that paper. If I take wherever mod x integer part of x, then we'll get the answer. I'll simply take this by separately. Tan pi sine square x by x square. This one mod x minus sine of x mod x whole square. This x square I can write mod x whole square also. Okay, limit extends to 0. Tan pi sine square x. This is becoming 0, so I'll simply have to divide and multiply with that. So divide with the pi sine square x, multiply with the pi sine square x by x square. This one, when I take this inside, it will become 1 minus sine of x mod x by mod x whole square. Okay, this is tan theta by theta, theta tending to 0, limit is 1. Sine square x by x square, limit is 1, 1 into pi into 1. Pi. This, because here x mod x is there, I need here also x mod x. I'll divide and multiply with 1 more x. This is 1. This limit is 1. Sine theta by theta, same theta, limit tending to 0. But in this is 1, but this is 0 is there. So 1 into 0 whole square. So this is pi and that is 1. So it will be pi plus 1. If you take integer part of x, you have to take right limit and left limit. You'll get maybe different answers. Okay, anybody any doubt anywhere? Fine. Okay, 42, limit extends to infinity. N log x minus integer part of x by integer part of x. Actually, log x power n is there. I brought it like this. Limit extends to infinity. N into log x by integer part of x minus 1. When we have seen earlier also that log x by x, when x is becoming infinity, the limit is 0 because this is also infinity, this is also infinity, but compared to this is very, very big, and this value will be tending to very close to 0. I gave example of 2 power 100. If we take 2 power 100, this is roughly 100, this is 2 power 100, and 2 power 100 is a very, very big number. When I express, it will be 0.000, so many zeros. Okay, so this is tending to 0. Okay, x are integer part of x, not a big difference for very large numbers. This is tending to n into 0 minus 1, it is minus 1. This is also key change. Answer should be A. 42. All right. Okay. So I need to clarify your doubts, but I may not have time now. Monday, I think definitely we have a lot of time because limits less questions are there. Okay. So not Monday, Saturday. So you have enough time tomorrow. All right. So please use it to cover any backlogs, and even Saturday's questions, if possible, try to complete. For example, in limits, what are questions are there? 112 questions are there in 2020. You can leave multiples of 3 and try to complete other questions, or if you can complete them also, it's good, so that we can only discuss doubts that day. So try to, so all doubts I want to clarify on Saturday class. Is it okay? So now we'll go to other track, maths and determinants. I think yesterday I discussed only theory. I could not discuss any question. One more point that I left in the theory. Yesterday we discussed about system of equations. One point I left is this: a1x plus b1y plus c1z equal to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2z equal to 0. a3x plus b3y plus c3z equal to 0. Okay. When all constants are 0, this is called homogeneous system of equations. Okay. Here, no solution, that case will not exist. Because x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0 is obviously a solution. x0, y0, z0 is solution. But apart from 0, 0, 0, sometimes you'll have some other solution also. I can make up a question randomly if you want. Take 2x plus 3y minus 8z equal to 0. Okay. Look at these equations. 1 comma 2 comma 1 is also a solution for this. Check once, is it satisfying all three? X is 1, y is 2, z is 1. Not satisfying the last one, right? Okay, I'll put a minus here. Is it okay now? Yes. But whenever it satisfies, every multiple of that also will satisfy. 2, 4, 2 also will be solution for all of them because I can substitute them and take 2 common. It is same as the previous one. 3, 6, 3 also will satisfy. So when all constants are 0, if you have any solution like this, every multiple of that into 2 times, into 3 times, into 4 times, into k times is also solution. So one solution leads to infinite solutions, but not all 0. If you take 0, multiples of 0 also same now. Okay. So other than 0, 0, 0, if you get one more solution, which is actually equivalent to infinite solutions. So this one has only two cases: unique solution or infinite solution. And what is that unique solution? Is 0, 0, 0 only. And if you get infinite solutions, they will be like this in some ratio. Okay. So for this only two cases. What is that? You find the delta. Here delta 1 is already 0 because when you remove first column and keep the last column, it is 0 only. Delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 are already 0. If delta is not equal to 0, it is unique solution. What is that unique solution? Is x equal to y equal to z equal to 0. It is also called trivial solution. All right. If delta is 0, then it will have directly infinite solutions. Because not only delta is 0, delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 are 0. And they already have a solution, so they cannot be parallel planes and things like that. Okay. So, and what are those infinite solutions? Okay. That you will find the same process. We'll assume some z is k, try to find y in terms of k and x also in terms of k. Okay. But only two. You will find many questions where they'll give this, they'll ask, they should have non-trivial solution. Other than 0, 0, 0, they want some other solution. Simply take delta equal to 0. Just should remember only 2 points. Delta not equal to 0, like unique solution, that to 0, 0, 0, which is also called trivial solution or 0 solution. Delta not equal to, delta not equal to 0 is unique solution. If delta is 0, you'll have infinite solutions. They are also called non-trivial or non-zero solutions. That's it. When they simply ask, we want to have non-trivial solution, delta should be 0. You'll find at least 7 questions where they'll give equation like this, they'll ask non-trivial solution. Simply take delta equal to 0, you'll get answer. Okay. This I forgot, I left yesterday. Okay. Okay. Up to where I discussed some numbers questions. Anybody remembers? Maybe the first day numbers only I discussed or second day numbers also. Second day numbers I left something, right? So leave it. Today I'm supposed to discuss part 2, but I did not discuss system of equations. So there is some questions I want to do. Part 1 only I want to do some questions and then go to part 2. Okay. Okay. So I don't think unique solution I have to discuss. Delta not equal to 0, unique solution. So 100, 101 is unique solution. Somehow this no solution came a little before. In fact, I'm not expecting. I gave a lot of no solution case also here. I want to discuss 1 or 2 questions in no solution. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll do 1 or 2 questions on no solution and 1 or 2 questions on not just infinite solutions, finding those infinite solutions. Okay. Let us do 1 or 2. Alpha x plus y plus z equal to alpha minus 1. X plus alpha y plus z is equal to alpha minus 1. X plus y plus alpha z is also alpha minus 1. Okay. So first of all, let us take delta. Because if I write the 3 by 4 matrix, I will not be able to convert into zeros because they are in terms of alpha. I want numbers first. Okay. So you'll get alpha 1 1 1 alpha 1 1 1 alpha. Okay. If we equate it to 0, I can directly say alpha equal to 1 and 2. You know why? When I put alpha equal to 1, you can see all columns are same, na? If 2 columns are same, that is 0. Why I'm saying not 2 minus 2 is we add all the rows. Alpha plus 2, alpha plus 2, alpha plus 2. If alpha plus 2 is 0, one row will be 0, that will be 0, na? You'll get alpha equal to minus 2. In fact, if you expand this, add all the rows, you'll get alpha plus 2 common. It is alpha plus 2 into alpha minus 1 whole square actually. Because whenever you substitute alpha equal to 1, if 2 columns are equal, that is 0. It is factor once. If 3 columns are equal, if that is 0, it is at least factor twice. Okay. In fact, coming to this 1a cube 1b b cube, 1c c cube is directly a minus b into b minus c into c minus a into a plus b plus c. Okay. How is that? If you put a equal to b in this expansion, two columns are same, that will be 0, right? There is an algebraic expression by putting a equal to b, that expression became 0, means a minus b is a factor. So directly a minus b should be a factor of this. B minus c also should be a factor of this, because if I put b equal to c, two columns are same. C minus a also should be a factor of this, because when I put c equal to a, two columns are same. But if I expand this, every term, the degree of the term is 4. What is 1 into b into c cube, fourth degree, this into this, the sum of the powers I'm talking about. Okay. If I write only this much and leave it, it is a cubic third degree expression, but this is a fourth degree expression. So I should have one more expression. The degree should be 1, because the total degree should be 4 here, because degree is 4 here. But I cannot write a plus b here, because I am not partial towards a or b or c. All are equally important in this. Okay. What is that single degree expression which is not partial towards a or b or c? I want an expression of 1 degree where a, b, c should be equally present. A plus b plus c. That's why it is a plus b plus c. Done. I don't want to write column 1 minus column 2, take a minus b common, column 2 minus column 3, b minus c common. I can do that. Without all that, I can directly say this. What minus a? Minus a, minus b, minus c also is okay. Yeah. Why can I take 2 times that also, 3 times that also? So we'll write equal to k. Take some numbers a, b, c, find LHS, RHS, we'll know k value, put that k back. But k equal to 2 or 3 doesn't have much chance here. 1 or minus 1 have a chance. For example, I can interchange 2 columns, it doesn't make much difference. Then minus will come. Oh, except for minus, there's no big deal. Okay. This is also a valid method, not like a shortcut, it is a valid method. In the same way here, I can say when alpha equal to 1, 2 columns are same and 3 columns are same, it is factored twice. And when I add all the rows, alpha plus 2 common, whatever it is, alpha equal to minus 2 and 1. Okay. I can easily say when I take minus 2, it is no solution. When I take equal to 1, it is infinite solutions. And when alpha is not equal to minus 2 and alpha is not equal to 1, it is obviously unique solution. Why? Delta is 0 only when for these two numbers. For every other real number, delta will not be 0. Delta not equal to 0 means unique solution. So I can thoroughly cover now, putting all this together. If alpha belongs to all real numbers except minus 2 and 1, it is unique solution. And when alpha equal to minus 2, it is no solution. I'll explain why. And when alpha equal to 1, it is infinite solutions. These will explain why. Because when delta is 0, you have two chances. Either it is no solution or it is infinite solutions. We have to decide which one it is. When you put minus 2 everywhere here and add all the 3 equations, can you tell me what will come? When you put minus 2, what is the augmented matrix? Let us see. Minus 2, 1, 1, minus 3. 1, minus 2, 1, minus 3. 1, 1, minus 2, minus 3. When you add for third row, first and this row, the last row will become 0, 0, 0, minus 9. I said when you get zeros here, here non-zero, it is something absurd. It is no solution. That's why alpha equal to minus 2, no solution. When you put alpha equal to 1, all are same. They are not 3 different planes. They are only one plane, and every point in that plane is a solution. That's infinite. That's it, done. I did not see whether this number is there in this list or not. Just I'm discussing that. So. All right. Okay, 103 also I want to maybe 4 5 questions I'll discuss so that you'll get a better clarity. 103. I'll directly write augmented matrix 1 2 1 3 2 3 1 3 3 5 2 1. Okay. Anybody want to tell me what operation I should do so that I can convert these three into zeros? This into zeros. Yeah, obviously I have to write R2 as R2 minus 2R1. Yeah. What about this? You can convert this into 0 usually, and then later on we'll convert it this to 0 normally. Yeah, here when you add these two subtract it is more easy. But you can also from this 3 times this also you can remove. But here you can write R3 as R3 minus R1 minus R2. Directly your third will become 0 0 0 1 minus 6 minus 5. What will come here doesn't even matter if you want to. This is 0, this is minus 1, this is minus 1, this is minus 3, 1 2 1. This itself tells no solution, right? Done. Okay. Huh? I want to do in order some questions. At least 10 questions I want to do from order. So next I'll discuss 104, 105, 106 so that we'll get some clarity on these questions. That's the main point. Online people, is everything clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, 104. Again, directly I'll write 1 1 1 1 A 1 1 A B 1 0. Set of distinct values of B for which the system of linear equation has no solution. Okay. What if this debt alone will come? I can try to find, or I'll just go for the standard process of converting to zeros. Everything is okay for me. All ones, 1A, 1, 1, correct? 1 A, B, 1, 0. Okay, good. When I find only this debt, what I'll get is A plus 2A plus B minus A square minus B minus 1. B is getting cancelled. Minus of A minus 1 whole square. Oh, so B is not affecting it. Okay. So directly find delta, it is coming minus of A minus 1 whole square. Okay. So you have two cases now. If A is not equal to 1, obviously unique solution. Okay. When A equal to 1, now B will come to the role whether it is infinite solution or no solution. I found only delta and I got this. Okay. In fact, very easy. From this, if you subtract this, you'll get 0, 0, 1 minus a, 1 minus a into 1 minus a, 1 minus a whole square with a minus. Maybe this minus is not there also, I don't know. 0, 0, 1 minus, oh no, I mean, correct is there. Yeah. Delta is this. Okay. Now, if a not equal to 1, delta not equal to 0, so unique solution. And a is 1, delta is 0. Now, how to understand in a equal to 1, infinite and no, put 1 back and see what will come. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, B, 1, 0. Two planes became same plane, right? But now two cases will come. If B is equal to 1, this plane and this plane are parallel planes. These two are one plane and this is parallel plane. No solution. Okay. And if B not equal to 1, they are not parallel planes, and effectively we have two planes. Two planes are not parallel, definitely they'll intersect in a line. It will be infinite solutions. So A not equal to 1 and B any real number, unique solution. Within A equal to 1, two cases. Okay. A equal to 1 and B equal to 1, no solution. A equal to 1 and B not equal to an infinite solution. Everything is covered. Let me write first. A not equal to 1, B any real number, unique solution. So not only we write 3 by 4 matrix, sometimes we find delta so that we'll get a better feel of the question. Yeah. Quiet place. You have completed, you can just think about next question. All right. One A 1 3 1 2 2 6 1 5 3 B. Okay. I want to find only delta. See what happens first. A value is coming 1, delta minus 1. Okay. So I think delta may be coming A plus 1 or something. Some multiple of it may be. A equal to minus 1, no? A plus 1. But the actual delta is this or into some 7 or something maybe. Okay. Or exactly delta is A plus 1. Delta is exactly A plus 1. Okay, fine. So as long as A not equal to minus 1, you have unique solution. Because delta not equal to 0, you have unique solution. Okay, now When a equal to -1, delta is 0. It may be no solution or infinite solutions. Okay. Now let us put -1 and then see what happens. Minus a minus 1. Okay, minus of that. Okay, since exactly delta is this one. Okay. That doesn't change other things. Okay, so 1 minus 1 1 1 2 2 3 6. This is b. I read b and 6 alike, so you have to manage. You are saying minus a minus 1 only, na? Minus a minus 1 equal to 0, and a, that's it. 153b. Okay. So now our standard process of converting these two into zeros and then convert this into 0. We'll try to do that. Okay. So R2 as R2 minus R1. I can do first, anything is okay. Let me do R3 as R3 minus R2 and then R2 as R2 minus R1. Anything is fine. 1 minus 1, 1, 3. From third row, I am removing second row. So 0, 3, 1, B minus 6. This is B. This is B. This is 6. Okay. From this, if I remove this 0, 3, 1, 3. Okay. You can see this and this are same now. I'll subtract once again. I want to convert only this into 0 by subtracting, but automatically this is also coming 0. Okay. So R3 as R3 minus R2. Then 1 minus 1, 1, 3 same. 0, 3, 1, 3 same. Here 0, 0, 0, B minus 9. Okay. This B minus 9 playing role now. Okay. So within this, we have two cases. If B equal to 9, one whole row is 0, infinite solutions. And if B is not equal to 9, this is 0, this is non-zero, no solution. Okay. Okay, once again, I am not just looking at what they asked. I am just telling thoroughly when you have unique solution, when you have infinite solutions, when you have no solution for every question. Even JEE advanced questions, you have many of like this only. So to complete it, don't just simply because stare at the video or stare at me or the board. Try the next question. 106. Okay, 106. If I write this 1A11, A11, 11A1. If you find delta, it will come again A minus 1 whole square into A plus 2. Okay, maybe a minus of that, not a big deal. In fact, yeah, minus will come. Yes, delta will come this. Now, if again A belongs to all real numbers except 1 and minus 2, delta not equal to 0, we'll have unique solution. If A equal to 1, you can easily see, okay, we'll have only one plane. All of them will become one plane, which is actually infinite solutions. And when A is equal to minus 2, okay, then you will get no solution. Why? 1 minus 2, 1, 1, minus 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, minus 2, 1. Add all the rows, see what happens. R3 as R3 plus R1 plus R2. You are going to get 1 minus 2, 1, 1, minus 2, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 3. That is no solution because you have non-zero number here. So it is a no solution. All right. So every time find delta and look for different values where it is 0, where it is not 0. Not 0 means unique. Where it is 0, try the 3, 4 matrix, convert these 3 into zeros. I did not convert this into 0 because it's still sufficient here. Right? A251 2131 0. X is missing, so 0371. So in 107, this is a 3 by 4 matrix. I have to find the determinant. Minus into A minus 1. Okay. So A equal to, A not equal to 1, delta not equal to 0, unique solution. A equal to 1, then only one fixed. So it is either no or infinite, one of them it is. 1251, 2131, 0371. Already one 0 is there here, so I have to convert only these two into zeros. So first of all, R2 as R2 minus 2R. Now 1, 2, 5, 1. If I multiply 2 and subtract 0, minus 3, minus 7, minus 1. 0, 3, 7, 1. Yeah. Now I want to convert this into 0. Ultimately, this is becoming 0. R3 as R3 plus R2. 1, 2, 5, 1, 0, minus 3, minus 7, 1, 0, 0, 0. Obviously, infinite solutions. You can take Z as K, get Y in terms of K if required. So it is infinite solution. So here no solution case is not there. Infinite solutions. Okay, what question at 108 I have to do now? At least one solution means it's not like we have two solutions. That case will not exist. There's no case where you'll get two. At least one solution indirectly means infinite solutions. At least one means unique also include either unique or infinite. Okay, so this is the augmented matrix directly I'm writing. Let us see we can convert R3 as R3 minus R1 to convert this into 0. R2 as R2 minus 2R1 to convert this into 0. This is 0 minus 4 plus 10 R minus P. From this I am removing this. From this 2 times, so 0, 2, minus 5, Q minus 2P. 1, 2, minus 3P. Now to convert this into 0, R3 as R3 plus 2R2. 1, 2, minus 3P. 0, 2, minus 5, Q minus 2P. 0, 0, 0. 2 times this, add 2 times this. When I add 2 times this here, I'll get minus 4p minus p minus 5p plus 2q plus r. No, I'm just thinking in the question they gave p plus q plus r not equal to 0. I thought it has some role in the question. No, there's no role of that. Okay, it doesn't play any role. It is meaningless to give. You can easily see if it is 0, infinite solution. If it is non-zero, no solution. That's it. I can take minus common just to write 5p. So 5p minus 2q minus r equal to 0, infinite solutions. Same thing, not equal to 0, no solution. Unique solution is not there. Whatever PQR take, you cannot get unique solution. So they said at least one solution means either 1 or infinite, but 1 is not even possible. The infinite solutions you want means 5p minus 2q minus r should be 0. Okay, the reason I'm doing many questions on this model, I can just do 1 or 2 questions and leave it. Is that so that you'll have a confidence that we can do very easily. These are not difficult, and you can try rest of the questions based on. Same model, huh? So something will come here, something will come here. Okay, let me do that also. Okay, 109, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 3, 5, 9, 2, 5, AB. I can write R3 as R3 minus R1 minus R2. Directly this will become 0 because this sum is this sum is this. And R2 as R2 minus R1. First, let me write this 0, 0, A minus 8, B minus 15. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. Because second row converting this 0 also important because sometimes you may get all 0, still it may be no solution because of this sometimes. So that's right. Okay, now A minus 8 not equal to 0. If this number is non-zero, delta will not be 0 because the delta of this is simply this into this into this. which is no unique solution. Within a minus 8 equal to 0. Okay, now two cases. This and b minus 15 is also 0. One whole row is 0. That is infinite solutions. Within a minus 8, 0, b minus 15 is not 0. No solution. No solution. Okay, I want to skip some questions because quite a few questions I discussed same model. I want to talk about if they have infinite solutions, how to write them. Okay, so 132, 133, 134, 135. These four questions where they not only have infinite solutions, they are asking about those infinite solutions also. No, 134 is not that. Okay, let me discuss 133 and 135. Okay. After this, I'm going to discuss 133 and 135. Okay, 133. Homogeneous equation where all constants are 0 here. Okay. So I got to find first of all delta. 1k3, 3k minus 2, 2, 4 minus 3. Okay. I want to find this determinant. Somebody simplify this determinant, tell me what will come. Sorry, online people, I'm writing it down. Huh? 41 minus 11k. Not so good number. 1k3, 3k minus 2, 4 minus 3. Same answer everybody got? Array, come on, I'm asking find determinant if people are simply sitting. Not only you know how to do, you should be able to do it very quickly in the exam, right? Online people, why nobody is responding? What is the determinant of this? 1k3, 3k minus 2, 2, 4 minus 3. (44 minus 4k). 44 minus 4k. So k is 11 then. Okay. So delta not equal to 0 implies k not equal to 11. 4 into 11 minus k. So if k is not equal to 11, delta not equal to 0, unique solution. And what is that unique solution? X equal to y equal to z equal to 0, because here constants are real. Online people, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Once in a while, you should respond. Okay. At least just say "ooh." Okay. At least when I'm telling a story to my son, I'll ask him in between. You should just say "ooh." Otherwise, you may be sleeping. I'm just maybe telling the story. Okay. Like that, online people, we don't know whether my network is good or not. After every solution, you can say, "Sir, I understood. I completed something." You should say. So when k is equal to 11, we will have infinite solutions because delta is 0 and all constants are 0 here. So it is infinite solutions. Those infinite solutions are also non-trivial solutions because constants are 0 for us. Okay. Now we have to find those non-trivial solutions. So what are these equations? I'll write the augmented matrix here. We're in 133. Yeah. 1, 11, 3, 0. 3, 11 minus 2, 0. 2, 4 minus 3, 0. Already these are 0. Anyway, you can take z equal to k, find x and y in terms of k. With just normally also it's okay, not an issue. I just want to go for standard process of converting this. But if somebody wants to do otherwise, you can do it also, nothing wrong. If I add these two, z will go, I'll get a relation between x and y. Let me do in a non-standard method. After putting k equal to 11, I'm going to take equation 1 plus equation 3. First equation and third equation I'm adding so that I'll get these two 0. This will become 3x plus 15y equal to 0. I'm also going to do equation 1 minus equation 2. From this, when I subtract, I'll get minus 2x, y gone, plus 5z equal to 0. That is good enough for me. I will get x is to y is to z ratio. Okay. What is common here? X. So what is y here? Minus x by 5. What is z here? My plus 2x by 5. So x is to y is to z if you want. Here we want something else, but still I'm finding this. X is to minus x by 5 is to 2x by 5. You multiply 5, cancel x. 5 is to minus 1 is to 2. So you can take x 5k, y minus k, z 2k. Whatever k you take, it is always a solution. But what they want now is xz by y square. Okay, x is 5, z is 2, this is minus 1 whole square. You can take 5k, 2k minus k whole square. It is 10. Every time it is 10. You don't have to find this ratio also. You can substitute these things. Wherever y is there, right? Minus x by 5. Wherever z is there, right? 2x by 5 also get same answer. So this is not so important to write. From this, if you want xz by y square, you can write x into z is 2x by 5, y is minus x by 5 whole square. That also will give you 10. Online people, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next we'll do 135. Okay, I'm going to erase. Is it okay? Anybody needs more time? Okay, 135 already, 1k also it find there. Okay, 135 it is 2, 3 minus 1, 0, 1k minus 2, 0, 2 minus 1, 1, 0. Again, I want to find delta. 4k minus 8. 4k minus 18. So k is 9 by 2 will come. 4 times k minus 9 by 2. Okay. So k not equal to 9 by 2. You will get delta not equal to 0. Unique solution. What is that unique solution? Is x equal to y equal to z equal to 0. If k is equal to 9 by 2, delta equal to 0, you will have infinite solution, which is also non-trivial solution. Okay. So how to find those infinite solutions? The first equation 2, 3 minus 1, 0. Second equation 9 by 2, but I'll multiply 2 straight away. It will become 2, 9 minus 4 equal to 0. Not only I wrote 9 by 2, I multiplied with 2. 2 minus 1, 1, 0. Now I can simply do R2 as R2 minus R1, R3 as R3 minus R1. 2, 3 minus 1, 0. From this, if I remove 0, 6 minus 3, 0. From this, if I remove 0, minus 4, minus 2, 0. You can just do normally, as I said earlier. You don't have to do this way. You add, earlier I added 2 equations, separate 2 equations, eliminate different variables. I can do that also. I'll write this, let me do something else. If I directly take equation 1 plus equation 3, what I'll get is 4x plus 2y equal to 0. This is 4, this is 2, this is gone. Okay.
Sir, the top part is not visible.
Yeah, thank you. If I take equation 1 plus equation 3, if I take equation 1 plus equation 3 straight away, I'll get 4x plus 2y equal to 0. And if I take equation 1 minus equation 3, okay, I'm not even using second equation, doesn't matter. X will be gone. I'll be getting 4y minus 2z equal to 0. Right there, I got ratio of x is to y is to z. What is common? Y common. So I'll get x is equal to minus y by 2, z equal to 2y. Okay. Now, if you want x is to y is to z, it is minus y by 2 is to y is to 2y. Cancel y, multiply 2. You'll get minus 1 is to 1 is to 4. So you can take x minus k, 4k, and any k is fine. It will satisfy all the given three equations. Minus 2k plus 3k is k. Something wrong here. 1, 2, 4. Oh, minus 2 plus 6, 4 minus 1. Yes. Here also minus 2 minus this good. Okay. So x is to y is to z is minus 1 is to 2 is to 4. What is it they want anyway? X by y plus y by z plus z by x plus k. X by y plus y by z plus z by x plus k. Okay. Now z from here I cancel 2, z equal to 2. Send 2z, that's sir, cancel 2 man. Whichever way you do, ratio will come same. You may find relation between x and z, maybe you might have found. Okay. So what is x by y here? Minus 1 by 2. What is y by z? Plus 1 by 2. What is z by x? Minus 4. And what is your k? Quite? 9 by 2. Minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2 got cancelled. 9 by 2 minus 4 is 1 by 2. Even here you will get same thing because actually you will get lost through all zeros. How? This one, actually this is double of this is double of this. That way I can cancel. Multiply 2 by 3 and subtract. This all will become zeros. Simply take z as k, find y in terms of k, you'll get x in terms of k. That I have done same thing differently. That's all. Okay. Okay. Before I forget, wish you happy new year to everyone. Okay. Maths and determinants I discussed yesterday only theory. Today some questions. All right. So if you have any doubts, Saturday MSK sir will come to the class, but most likely will be teaching trigonometry. You may not be busy. In my class, you want to ask doubts, I'll be happy to clarify. So use tomorrow any backlogs you have. What I prefer is even Saturday's questions also try to complete by tomorrow itself. Saturday we will discuss only doubts. Basically, I will not discuss anything. All right. Thank you.